Khubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. The dark is here to rule.
Ka Icfai University Meghalaya hakashpotrik ulbear aljar arfulai kalapulong yago Yuva Samvat program haslong club ban Jinghikai Sheikh Samla hakabayde bat ka Seng kam Seng jam hakani ka singi la sakhilang du MP Garaja Sabha u Dr. W.R. Kharlukhi ubalalong kum kongsan ka Vice Chancellor joka Icfai University ka Dr. Miss A. Gatpo u R.K. Vijay Bersat ubalong founder but manager director Jonka Center of Learning Knowledge and Services ka Kong Yoda Pikai War kabalong ka Assistant Professor Jonka IT Department ka Icfai University bat kiwe.
The democratic practice, it has reached such a level that I'm very proud when I present a paper on the concept of democracy among the Jaintias, because I'm doing my research there. That I told people who are there, scholars who are there present, I told them that the concept of democracy is not only a Greek concept. We have our own concept of democracy, which is, as far as the period that the Greek period, I came across a seminar in 1972 in Samla, that this society of us date way back to 5 BC. So just imagine. Then, my dear friend, unity in diversity, a united India. Well, I think that we are living in a country where there is so much diversity, but still, now 75 years of independence, India democracy was strong and vibrant. And well, my dear friend, I would like to tell you, when it comes to the sense of duty among the citizen, I would like to remind you about what Mr. John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States of America in the 60s, he said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask yourself what you can do for your country. Again, back to what I said. Well, it's very difficult with thousands and thousands of young students, young minds coming out of the university, and most of them, you don't remain unemployed, but try on your own to find out jobs, avenues. And not only that, as a government, the last 5 years, we're trying to do the startups among the youths. Don't be a job seeker, but be a job provider. So, I would request you that, yes, you'll be enlightened by our young friends here, Mr. Barsar. Well, when coming out of this interaction, set a goal for yourself. Because once you set a goal for yourself, nobody can stop you from achieving that goal.
These 5 points are not something that's just merely words. If you think about it properly, it has so much meaning. And he's talking about a vision of the country at 2047. Not tomorrow, not the next year. He may not even be alive then, but he set a vision for the country. As we start our enterprises, before we do anything, we always create something called as a vision statement and a mission statement before we venture out to create any company of ours, right? These 5 goals is why he set for us, so that we go on to achieve these targets. We will overtake China this year as the most populous country. Are we aware of that? the most populous country. You can imagine. How will that impact each and every one of our lives? How will that impact us on a global scale when it comes to economy, when it comes to GDP, when it comes to per capita income? A lot of things we will have to discuss, I will have to think. For India to benefit its demographic dividend, it is imperative that the youth who enter the workforce every year are skilled. Better, they should be trained to become job creators. Like Sir's already mentioned that earlier, but I just wanted to emphasize on this. Why job creators? I think in the government of Meghalaya alone, there are about 55,000 government employees. We are a population of 3.2 million, that's 32 lakhs, out of which 55,000 are already in the government sector. How much more can it absorb with a small economy that we have? How many more positions will there exist? Can you think about it? And thus every year, thousands and thousands of people graduate from our state alone. Where is the job in this sector? So he's trying to tell us, instead of being job seekers alone, why don't we become innovative, create something and become job creators and become leaders rather than followers of certain paths. Right?
Most significant failure in as an entrepreneur, and what did you learn from them, sir?
I fail every day, and by the end of the day I try to correct the failure. And that's part and parcel of being in the journey. I cannot exactly pinpoint which is my biggest failure, because something always comes up, or which is my biggest success. It always pops up to that. But I think I'll point it down to when we first started out. From this batch of 30 farmers that we had, our failure as an organization and my failure as the leader of the organization, the founder of the organization, was to not be able to identify that for them, it's not just about growing, it's about putting it out. That means the market linkage. I should have thought about it way before informing the brand, rather than wait for him to call me and to tell me. He was a 24-year-old farmer that called me, so remember that. And I think that had really taught a big lesson to me, that we need to anticipate, we need to, when you form your company, right, it's your baby. So you want to do everything for it. Wash it, clean it, do all of that, right? So I wanted to do everything for the company. I wanted to be the accountant, I wanted to be the videographer, I wanted to be the teacher, I wanted to be everything. That actually taught me that for something to grow, you have to let it go independently. There are people who are better at accounting than me, there are people who are better at selling than me, there are people who are better than doing media than me. Give chance to those people so that they nurture it and it grows.